because his tongue is falling upon himself, and we're here to prophesy against the wicked powers that be. Who got it?
I got Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
Right, and all these wicked ass 2/3 niggas who done figured out how to use YouTube and trying to make a name for themselves, trying to use the Hebrew Israelite thing and using it all wrong.
That's right.
They come with these complaints, which are what's the word? Yeah, a lot of slander and very elementary. All right, they really aren't learned at all when it comes to the Hebrew matters or the Hebrew Israelites.
Novices.
And then they've been listening to these same type of people just like them who jumped on the bandwagon and don't really know, and then those guys start making videos and running their mouth, and you getting information from people who are not really on a level at all, and then that's the information that you use that you try to debunk what cannot be debunked, man. All right.
That's right.
And at the same time, the wicked, Shalom, beloved, YAHAWASHI, at the same time, the wicked Edomites, who are the people in power, all right? Even ChatGPT made it very clear after they tried to deny it. Esau's trying to hide himself and stay hidden. And there's just certain scriptures that you cannot get around. Once you corner them with their lies, man. So somebody give me that Psalm 64:8, and I'm gonna play this short video. I'll let you listen to this excuse as to why Trump didn't want to bring out, or wants to shut down the whole Epstein thing. All right, because I'll tell you why. Because there's too many issues that are caught up in it, and too many people as a part of his administration and within the government, him included, and Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, always has to make himself look like he's what's good and moral. When the fact of the matter is, he's the biggest piece of shit. He's the biggest murderer. Right. He's the biggest trafficker. He's the biggest rapist. He's the biggest. He's the biggest person that land and heritage stealer. He's still in the colonizing mode and trying to call it being modern civilization. That's right. No, you're just a murderous colonizer who coveted other people's lands and heritage and resources, and then you use your media machine to demonize people so that you're justified in doing these things.
Your narrative machine.
Right, to control a false narrative, man. But we got that Psalm 64:8.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Right, all that see them shall flee away, man. So what I'm about to play is an Edomite. And the title says, Trump says Biden, Obama, and Hillary Clinton created the Epstein files. And everyone should stop asking questions and trust Pam Bondi.
Dang.
Really? So here we go.
I'm not exaggerating. This is definitely the craziest Trump post yet. So Trump just made a very long post on Truth Social saying that actually Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, James Comey, and others, they were the ones.
Can everybody check? They can hear it?
Yes.
Can you guys confirm you guys can hear the sound?
Yep.
Okay, Con. I just wanted to be sure. All right, I'm going to start it again. It's only like 2 minutes, 22 seconds.
I'm not exaggerating. This is definitely the craziest Trump post yet. So Trump just made a very long post on Truth Social saying that actually Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, James Comey, and others, they were the ones who actually wrote the Epstein files, so you shouldn't believe what's in those files. And he told his base that they should stop talking about this, that his FBI and his DOJ, Pam Bondi, they're all doing an incredible job, and they should be focused on important things, like the 2020 election. I am not making this up. This is a 100% real post I'm about to show you. And if you think Donald Trump sounds guilty here, I want you to hit the like button and add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Trump wrote, what's going on with my boys, and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration. The talk of the world and selfish people are trying to hurt it. All over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents agents, the laptop from hell, and more. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King Jr. files. Trump then goes on to say that no matter how much success he's having, that it's just not going to be enough for some people. Trump says the left is imploding. Cash Patel and the FBI has to be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption, Act Blue, the rigged and stolen election of 2022, and arresting thugs and criminals, instead of spending month after month looking at nothing but the same old radical left-inspired documents on Jeffrey Epstein. Let Pam Bondi do her job. She is great. The 2020 election was rigged and stolen. Blah, 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 blah. And then he says, we should not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Whoa. Honestly, have you ever seen a more incriminating post in your entire life?
Yeah, he ain't lying.
Follow all the news, so follow along, spread the word, and add the minus to the podcast on Apple Podcasts.
It was very incriminating. All he did was project, and why? And look, the Clinton administration. I mean, Clinton. He said Biden, Clinton, and Obama made up these files. All right. They were scared shitless over these files. They didn't release them. So he ran his whole campaign. One of his biggest running points was that he was going to drain the swamp and reveal all this child trafficking and rape and all the other shit that was done by the administration that he's now trying to blame it on.
That's right.
So I mean, he's no different from B.B. Milikowski.
That's right.
You know, projecting. When after you just shut up and kill and burn babies, and then you talk about how that was done to you and your people.
That's like that
When
movie.
you're the one and you're on film doing the shit. Your soldiers are out there taking pictures and celebrating as they're burning, killing, destroying babies and shit.
Don't
But
look
then
up.
you come on TV and say how it's happening to you. He's screaming victim villain.
That's him.
It's like he's projecting. Someone get that definition of projection, and get the breakdown of what it's talking about when you project. And he used complete and total loaded statements. So in the loaded statement, matter of fact, let me look that up while you get the other one.
I'll get noticed.
I'm ready.
Well, whoever got it.
I got, I didn't say projecting, they said protecting.
I had a scripture real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
This Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
God. And so nobody believes him. And including now he's talking about my people, my MAGA. MAGA is split. And there's videos of MAGA people saying that was the straw that broke the back. That broke the straw. I'm ashamed that I voted for him.
They burned
completely.
hats.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I saw the video. They're burning the MAGA hats, man. MAGA people. All right, people who believed in him because he, like I said, he ran one of his biggest running points was that he was going to expose Hillary, Biden, and Obama. He was going to expose the swamp and show all that. And so, Diddy was a distraction. Okay?
Right.
Because he's a nobody. Look.
Yeah.
Because what you got to understand is that, Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for 20 years. So I guess for all these girls that she helped, that she actually was a part of their raping, their sexual assaults. She took place in some of them. So, but now there's no files, and so all these girls testified and gave all the, all those testimonies of what she and the men did to them. So now they don't exist. That all that evidence that was used against her, she's just locked up for nothing.
And women that got paid out settlements. Remember the one that dealt with Prince Andrew?
Yeah.
She got paid out and then magically she died.
Yeah, because I imagine that they're gonna unalive Ghislaine Maxwell, or they're gonna fake her her death, and she's going to go off to whatever island that Epstein might be on, because he may not be dead either. We don't know. You know,
I
so
saw that he in Israel.
he's an insider. He was one of them, and you know, and they protect themselves.
Yeah, he did a
They
lot of
protect
shit.
each other, man.
Yeah.
So I think they probably faked his death, and he, you know, he's somewhere else, chilling somewhere.
Like that
They
Nicolas,
might even got
that Nicolas Cage
cosmetic
face
surgery
off.
on him.
Like
They
that.
might even they might already did the cosmetic surgery and make him look different. So he
What's-
just
What's
Nicolas
the movie
Cage.
Death Becomes Us? That
Two-Face.
they show you that there's certain of the elites,
Say something.
they do the death, they give that their new identity and give them a whole new life to live behind the scenes. No, Death Becomes Us.
They say that Timothy been
Yeah,
gay.
and where they have a whole secret society of those who are supposed to be dead but they're not dead.
Hey, Samar, if you remember, that Sylvester Stallone movie, what, he met the guy called that gangster, little China gangster with Al Capone. Al Capone was been dead decades ago. So I forgot that Stallone movie and stuff.
well, the brother mentioned Face Off.
Right.
Yeah, Face Off.
You
Perfect.
know, so you know, so it's not, and that was a movie that came out some years ago, when some Arab prince, I forget his name, it's something the king, and this guy was a lookalike, like some
Oh,
Arab
yeah,
royalty,
yeah.
but he was more popular than the actual because he was so wild and shit.
Right.
He was more popular, partying all the time. He became more popular than the actual. People thought he was really the prince, and that the prince was this wild party animal. Until they finally ended up killing him, and you know. But the point is that he did the surgery they made him look like a double just to protect the real prince.
The Devil's Double.
That's what it was called.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah. So that was a heavy movie, man.
Yep.
All right. So it's nothing. This is nothing. There's nothing new, man. So those people, it's a possibility that you know, and I'm just speaking as a man. I mean, I'm not saying that this is fact, but it wouldn't be far fetched if you find out that this man has had reconstructive surgery and he's just walking around somewhere else. Because he was an insider, and one thing we know is that these people sit and protect their lives to their very dying breath.
Yeah.
Even when they just deny. You know, they look. You know, well, what was the song? Wasn't me. But I saw you on camera. Wasn't me. Right, but it's like, but damn, nigga, it wasn't me. That's Esau.
All day.
You know, it wasn't him. All right, now I got one more.
So
Because
they got
like
the
I
power
said,
to
this
do it.
man, we live in a world where this man has to try and make himself look like what's moral and good, like he's not really the bad guy.
Yeah,
All right?
transform himself to an angel of light.
Mhm.
I'm holding it.
Spoke to a crowd this morning in Florida.
Going out with
I
it,
mean,
huh?
Christy Nome talked about the raids, alligator Alcatraz, and how illegal immigrants are the ones behind
The kidnappings and the child trafficking.
and other heinous crimes. And look, we all care about protecting children. They are the future. But if we're gonna talk about child exploitation honestly, then be honest to the American people. The majority of child trafficking, child abuse in the U.S., they're not being committed by undocumented immigrants.
Not at all.
They're being committed by U.S. citizens. More often than not, they're white, middle-aged American men.
Let's
not
let us say it
people
again.
crossing the border, committed by undocumented immigrants. They're being committed by U.S. citizens. More often than not, they're white, middle-aged American men.
One more time.
Not people crossing the border, being committed by undocumented immigrants. They're being committed by U.S. citizens. More often than not, they're white, middle-aged American men, not people crossing the border.
Cut,
Don't
scratch.
believe me? Look up the reports from the DOJ.
Trump's buddies.
Look up the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The data is right there. So why does this administration continue to blame immigrants? Because it's politically convenient and you guys believe them. And because
And that's actually enough. And then Trump will get on television and talk about the criminals and the traffickers and stuff. Well, he's really he's projecting. All right? He's talking about his own people. The data doesn't lie. The elder has pulled it up so many times to show you that Edomites lead in damn near every
Major crime.
all crimes except maybe robbery.
FBI.
And so when
Petty
Jay
robbery.
and petty robbery.
Yep.
when Jake is doing, you know, in most cases, when Jake goes out and steals and shit and robs, he's really trying to survive. Esau, in murders and grapes, kidnappings, bank robberies,
Embezzlement.
all that stuff is done by so-called white men, but you would never know
That's right.
because all they're gonna show you is the gangbang shooting that happened downtown and all that, but they're not gonna show you the thousands of cases all throughout the state
That's right.
with white men going ape shit with their ARs and their guns and shit.
That's
Right,
right.
that white collar crime.
Okay, and that's and the high level white collar crime as well.
Right.
And that's what he knows. He's the red man. You know, red go back to crimson, the criminal.
What's that Edo name? Tebow, the football player. He
Tim
said the
Tebow?
number one. Yeah, he said the number one child predator is the so-called white man.
Oh, speaking of football players, Brett Favre robbed them Haitians. He robbed them Haitians.
Yeah.
For the Red Cross shit. I think it was Red Cross.
Mm-hmm.
This is a millionaire.
That's
He
it.
still robbed them.
Hall of Famer.
No, I think he had a bunch of funds
Somebody get that
reallocated from like food stamps in
Right.
Missouri to fund his like daughter's high school, and these people still have.
Now he
niggas
could have
that.
bought the damn high school.
That's the point, but the point is that Esau is a two-time, like you said, he projects when he says he's a liar and the father of it.
I got that. I got the John 8. I'm waiting for him to read the W projection on for the elder.
My bad.
So we got projection.
We'll probably got it.
Projection involves attributing personal feelings, desires, or qualities to another person, group, animal, or object. People use projection to protect themselves from
There it is.
anxiety and internal discomfort without being fully aware of what drives their behavior.
Say that again.
Damn.
Say that last part.
Put that in the group me, man.
It's a
Without
reason-
what? Without what?
And who got the loaded speech? Loaded
Without
statement.
being fully aware of what drives their behavior.
See, they project, and then what other people don't know is the say it again. That was beautiful.
Con. Projection involves attributing personal feelings, desires, or qualities to another person, group.
Well, they all about, they put it on you.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah, you've been trafficking all those children. I mean, shame on you.
Right.
You do it?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. The Esau's projecting, all right, your president is projecting what white males, pale males, because there's no such thing as white people, they made that shit up,
That's right.
right? What they're doing and what the problem is, man. All right, and it makes it seem as if they aren't. Hey, look, if you haven't seen the movie 40 Acres, Esau shows his true fucking nature.
Yes.
All right, and you bishops went off. Y'all didn't tell y'all men. I should have put it in orders. I put an order in the bishops' room to tell all your men to tell them to go watch 40 Acres, and they going to see Superman and all this other bullshit. You need to see that
What's going
fucking.
on?
You need to see that movie, man. You need to have seen that fucking movie, man. I'm telling you, because the scriptures walk right off the pages
Yeah.
with that movie. All right, go ahead.
Elamah, if I may say, the Esau has his hatred. I was watching a video of Fred Hampton, right, the Black Panther. Every year these pigs go to his gravesite and shoot up the tombstone where he's at every year annually.
Well, I
The
can
man
believe
ain't
it.
even in there no more.
They do that shit to when they put up memorials for Jake around the country. Crackers go and you know and shoot up the memorial. They put a matter of fact, what's his name? The kid who got beat to death by the two Edomites, Emmett Till. All right, the two Edomite men, the two cowardly men that beat to death this young boy.
They confessed later
All right?
that they did it.
And you know, and that 12 of their peers, 12 other white males, pale males, allowed them to walk and said that they were innocent. And then the woman that
On her
supposedly on her deathbed, you know, she got to live a full life. And then she recanted and said, "I never said that because her hospice person that was dealing with her while she was dying, she was having nightmares and seeing shit, you know."
No,
But
but-
but you know, the thing is that it's just all projection. They're the problem, and the world sees them as a problem. They run and control the media, so they're going to continue to project and continue to say that this guy is a terrorist and this guy is this terrorist and this guy's when they're they're always talking about Iran having, you know, certain bombs, right? And who has Iran been attacking over the last 200 years?
Right.
Over the last 30 years, the last 40 years, right? And then all the people with these bombs, who's the people who ever used it?
That's right.
So now you got them, and that's the thing is that Esau wants to have total rule and domination over the sword, so that he can continue to covet and take away your lands, your fields, your heritage, and so that you can't come against him when he does it. It's as simple as that. I don't know how else to explain it, but you got some more to that?
Con. Back to projection. Projection involves attributing personal feelings, desires, or qualities to another person, group, animal, or object. People use projection to protect themselves from anxiety and internal discomfort without being fully aware of what drives their behavior.
It says protect themselves because he's a liar.
Yeah, and then
He's been caught
and
red-handed.
matter of fact, this is Micah 2 and it was just right there, Micah 2:2. They cover fields and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. This is the modus operatus of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and he built his whole modern day civilization. His whole system is built around being able to do exactly what we just read, and wrote the laws and things to try to adjust it to where he's within the right to do this. Well, it doesn't matter how we stole the land; it's ours now.
That's right.
Right.
You know. So how is it that and how is it that the murderer, the rapist, the genocidal land thief gets to now be the judge, the pastor, and the law enforcement,
That's right.
and on the new land that he's now raped, robbed, and murdered to take. And now when people are pointing out the fact that that's how you got to where you are, you don't want that talked about. You don't want your kids to hear it. You call it critical race theory.
Yes.
All this other bullshit.
So,
You know?
Will the Ann Coulter say that Edomites, we didn't kill enough Indians?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I got a scripture real quick. It's Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice.
Yes.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth."
So you're feeble, and what they don't, so you're found to be nothing worth. And then and the continual lies about, because didn't Christopher Columbus send a letter back on how these were handsome, attractive, peaceful people, well organized and disciplined, and et cetera, et cetera. And then the narrative changed. They're savages and we need to save them. I mean, I have a video where your vice president is saying that we had to rescue this dark continent from the savages that were here, and the laws that were created for this land were never meant for them. So they're immigrants and they have to leave. That's basically what he's saying. I'll play it for you. All right, but bring out your precept and then bring out that loaded speech.
This is Zechariah 11:5. Who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherd pitied them not." So these Edomites is not going to accept what they did. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to say, "Hey, we the bad guy, we the devil. We put you into chains, deal with it." They not gonna say it like
You know
that.
what? The beautiful thing is, the Lord gonna help them accountable. Who gives a fuck what they think?
Yeah. That's why the script is written and said the saints shall take
The king.
kingdom. This man gonna lay down and just, oh, you know what? It's your turn.
I'm sorry.
No, we gotta take it from him, man.
Hey, I got a fun fact on that Emmett Till thing. Just to rewind just for a quick second. It says, I asked the question, did Emmett Till killers confess? It said yes, Emmett Till killers J.W. Millam and Roy Bryant confessed to the murder. They were acquitted by an all-white jury in September 1955. Months later, they admitted their guilt in a Look magazine article published on January 24, 1956. Make magazine confessed. They were reportedly paid $4,000 for their confessions.
Wow. So they even made money. And in 1955, $4,000 was a lot of money.
That was a lot of fucking money.
It was. In 1955, $4,000 went a long way.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
So they confessed, and it wasn't a whole
made
fucking
money.
year. You couldn't double dip on double indemnity or whatever it's called. You couldn't
Double jeopardy.
double jeopardy.
You can't. They can't arrest you or accuse you of the same crime.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, so they confessed and told it. So yeah, we did it.
47,000, basically
Damn,
48,000.
yeah, 48. That's a lot of fucking money. God
Damn,
damn.
48,000. Back $4,000 was that? Damn.
Yeah, that goes to show you that that the dollar is deteriorating. It's
Right, right.
inflation.
Yeah.
Brand new
That
cars
that
like $3,000.
four right. Yeah, because you're right. Because you could have bought a brand new car. Matter of fact, you could have bought you a 1965, 66 Mustang, all right, for about $2,500.
Well, a house
And that car, right, and one of those cars in prime condition today gonna cost you. Yeah, it's gonna cost you anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000 for one of those cars.
Easy.
If it's in mint condition and all with all original parts.
Right, that's what they do. They end up getting full parts now. You get original parts, you can go sell that for mint.
Right. But yeah, so
They could have bought a house for 18,000 back then. So 40,000 is a whole lot.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, four
And bragged about how they did them dirty.
Yep.
How they, and if you see, and that's why his mother had a open. They made a movie about it,
Yep.
right? Had an open casting because she wanted to see.
She wanted them to see.
She wanted the world to see how evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is,
Yeah.
and how two men could take this boy who was innocent. And it's funny, I've talked about this before, but there used to be a group of old men, and this is back, when Senior was still alive. And we were on Division. The main spot was on Division, and there was a Dunkin' Donuts on like Division and Clark that I used to go to damn near every day. And there was a group of these old jakes, that I used to sit down and break bread with them, and they would all sit there and listen. They would like look forward to me to come. And there was one particular one, and he kind of reminded me of a Karab is an old man. He was tall, real soft-spoken. And because he passed, he passed probably about at least 13, 14 years ago. But he was the one that I liked the most. And we would sit there and we would talk about all this stuff, and they would listen, and he actually knew Emmett Till. He knew him.
Wow.
And I never and he was talking about how Emmett was his friend. They used to play together. And he said that Emmett had a lisp.
Right.
And he had a speech impediment, and when he would talk, he would, how they make fun of people, he would whistle. He wouldn't it was that whistle sound would come out in his speech, either before he started to speak or after. All right, and that's what happened. He spoke, and then that ended up getting him killed.
Wow.
Damn.
Right.
He had that Mike Tyson.
He had a no. He didn't have no.
It's almost like the
He didn't have no salt. He just had he had a whistle at the end of his speech, brother. Nothing. It didn't sound nothing like Mike Tyson. He there's
It's
some
almost
people,
like Tourette's and involuntary.
right.
That
And in his
come
speech,
afterward, right.
and he
Wow.
said that he would talk, and when he would speak, that little whistle sound would either come out before or after he finished the
Yeah, I've
statement.
seen people talk like
Right, and
that.
that's people, and then I've seen movies and cartoons and they make fun of it.
Right.
All right.
Even
Matter of fact, I think in Snow White, one of the dwarfs had that little whistle thing.
Right, right,
He would go to speak and he would whistle first, and then he start talking. It's a speech impediment. All right. So Esau is just a demon, man. And guess what? That murderous spirit that those two murderous Edomite, those two
Is
pale
back.
males, that spirit is back in the earth now.
Come
All
on.
right, they have that because they've been finding Jakes hanging, both
Yeah.
Judah
A
and
whole
Issachar.
bunch.
They've been hanging a lot of Northern Kingdom, man.
Lately, yes.
Okay,
I got a preach up for you.
bring it out, brother.
And they got a perpetual hatred. I mean,
Okay.
it never really left. What they did was they economically castrated us. All right, socially castrated us. They made and then shook your hand and smiled and gave you a job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you can pay them the money back.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
slavery.
Right.
Right. This Job 20, which don't take it from what Job said, of course. Now you see the lynchings happening again.
right.
more happening.
Now they're getting physical again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Job 20 and 10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. They smile in your face. They say they doing this, doing that, right? But 11 says what? His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. Esau actually loves stabbing you in the back.
Yeah.
It
Just
says,
to keep
Get off on it.
Get off on it. Yeah.
though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. So he love it, man.
is sweet to him. It's like a piece of candy. Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. So you would sit on a comment board, man. All on Twitter, make anything happen is a big joke. Oh, usual suspects this. We was Canes that. It's all type of shit, bro. 13% or some shit, whatever they fucking say, bro. They got a bunch of sayings to show how much they hate you.
Right.
And they it's a joke. It's no, bitch. This is how you are. It's cool.
They still make the blackface jokes.
Yeah.
Put the shit on all on
Well, I
TikTok.
just watched a video where the Edomite showed the evidence. I put it in my latest video, the one I did this morning. And he, even though he was telling the truth, he says, "Well, this looks like it's in their favor. They really was Canes and shit."
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
Yeah.
He made
He
the
exposed
joke.
the truth, then
Yeah.
he made that scoff.
Then he made a scoff. He's like, "Well, damn, these niggas really was Canes.
Yep, I saw that.
This is evidence in their favor."
Yep.
Right? He was talking about the Temecula, basically a Reubenite, and he, you know,
He
and,
showed the
and
picture of Dark
which are the
Reuben, yeah.
same, and they called him, and then Esau called him a Moor. He wasn't.
He had the gold teeth. He's like, look at the gold teeth.
He right. He was talking about how Rick Ross spoke about it, but these were the natives. All right.
Yep.
You know, and then, you know, and what would they call it? The blanqueamiento, the whitening of the race. And how did they say it? How did the Iscarites say it? That better the race was the same.
Mejora la raza.
Right, so it's the same thing. It's the blanqueamiento, all right, which means the whitening of the race. Better the race, lighten them up. And you know, so and it showed you the old woman, how chocolate she was, how her daughter was caramel, and how her grandbaby looked like a white person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, and she was like praising the Lord.
Right.
And then the Edomite daddy is sitting right there.
Right.
Because now she finally got what she wanted.
Yeah.
Right? And Esau was responsible for that. All right.
Yeah, just to back you up, the proof that that's not something that just happened over here. No, they did it to the Aboriginals.
Yeah.
You know, and they have records of this shit.
That's what the Blanqueamiento was about.
Mhm.
Them doing it to all of South America, from Brazil all the way up to Mexico, basically.
They did it over in Australia too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
They moving rabbit face.
They definitely did it to them Japhites in Australia.
Yep. The Aborigines. Yep. This Job 20 and 13. Though he spare and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat and his bowels is turned, it is gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. So he's like, you gotta pay for all this shit, man. Are you not getting away from fucking us up for all these damn generations?
Centuries.
Yeah, you know?
This man has been a thorn in the foot of the whole world for almost 700 years now, man. All right? Rape, robbing, and murder, and that's why he's being chased out of the world. The Mexicans doing Edomites in America is dirty down in Mexico right now.
Yeah, it's a
And it's a beautiful thing to see.
It's a Netflix movie, series.
I started watching it before I came here.
That's the spirit. I just found
It's
it
called,
today.
what is it called? Get the Gringo?
Yep.
Or,
Something Gringo. Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got
And it
it's
said it's
showing,
based on real events.
and they're showing you Mexicans that are hunting down, hunt the Gringo. And
It's on
and-
Netflix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just started. And they
Yeah, gotta
basically
get
I
that.
started watching it
Gotta get
today.
I gotta get that.
Gringo hunters.
The Gringo hunters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're hunting down Edomites that flee to South America, to Mexico.
Get his ass.
All right? So he really is being chased out of the world, man.
That's it. That's it. I love that shit.
I got a precept.
Bring it out, brother.
This Nahum 3:1, it says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not." So, like you saying, they being chased out because what? It's full of lies, robbery, blood, and it says, "Woe to this place." So, hey, destruction is coming to these Edomites. That's why they have to be chased out of the world for all of the wickedness that they did. Hey, they got to pay it back in blood. You know.
And they gonna keep trying to project, man. You know, like the little bitch ass Luke did. It wasn't us, it was them. The Warriors did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Little bitch ass nigga. You know?
And like Elder Big just read in Job, it said it's sweet in their mouth. This is what they love to do. The scripture saying in Proverbs 4, the bread of violence. They drink the wine, right? This Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Damn.
I just gotta fuck this nigga over, man. And that's what no.
How am I gonna do it?
Yes.
And when he finally gets an idea,
I can go to sleep now.
I mean, I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn just till I come up with a way to really vex Jake again in the world again. That's Esau.
I'm gonna garnish their wages.
Yes.
With interest.
Yeah.
Hey, chemtrails. Oh, I did this and that. That's what he wants, man.
And I work around Edomites, man. And you know what they do? They talk is slick. What they do is they sit there.
Double talk.
They throw a rug right there. They want you to fall to the trap so they can be who they really want to be anyway. They pull you into it like just be a nigger so I can just be who I want to be anyway. Because I
It's
don't
called
want you.
rage baiting.
Yep.
They can't do it. They'll purposely behind your back. You ain't know you get rolled up. You get rolled ups and shit.
Oh, they always talk about you behind your back.
Yeah, always.
They try to do that, yeah. The Esau niggas, they try to do that in my job.
That's
They,
what.
basically, they was asking like whether I was gonna go to first shift or not, and he'd tell certain motherfuckers certain shit so to get back to me, cause they don't like me. So he said over my dead body, like I never see first shift, right? So it ended up getting back to me, and then they kept doing shit, making it seem like there's a new position came open, and they was going around asking the temps, like, why you ain't applied for it when I got seniority over all of them, and they was trying to piss me off, so I quit basically. But I kept my cool. I prayed to the Lord and just kept it cool, and they ain't had no choice but to give me the position.
You want
But
the first
really,
shift?
they wanted me. Well, it's over with now. They wanted me to snap so they can get rid of me.
So they can have a reason.
So they can have a reason to fire.
Right. And you kept your cool,
Because
man.
when he came to me and gave me the position, he did one of these. We're gonna give it to you. Like he ain't want to.
He didn't really want to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like,
He ain't-
fuck.
Right.
And he's worried about it like his ears. But you know what though, brother? You bridled your tongue. Did we not have that conversation earlier?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta really, you gotta hold your tongue and not always say what's on your mind, or use speech to season with salt, man.
Yeah.
So you did it. So that was you did a good
I
thing.
knew what I was doing. Shit.
And we gonna get it back in blood on them. If I could bring this out, this number
Absolutely.
35 and 33. So ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it. So we got to get it back in blood for everything you did. You the rape, rob, the murder. You still got us in captivity to this day, like it says in Baruch 3 and 8. You know, we still subject to fucking payments. We got to work down there every day just to make
Don't want to
ends
acknowledge
meet.
who we are.
That
see,
too.
And that's the thing that makes me. That's why I do what I do. You know, Kawhi was just saying how he know that them issues hate me. Because, you know, and I was like, well, you know what? The hate is mutual. but it's right. It's mutual. But you know, these people, they do not want to acknowledge who we are, even though all the evidence is just like everything else. Prove that what we're saying is true. And if we were, you know, if we were just lying, you know, if we were just some angry brown men, you know, they wouldn't worry about us. But the fact that they spend so much money paying people like Vocab Malone, and that they set up 501c3 camps, to you know, to distort the message, that they send these bugged out ass Christians, you know, to try to just, you know, they come with a talking point about the Hebrews, and we don't even speak that way or talk about those things. You know, they try to project, or they use loaded speech to try to put a picture of us out there to everyone that's not us. You know.
Oh no, yeah, we did a video on that a while ago. Pretty much how it proves the truth, because just off how Esau reacts to it, proves the truth, man.
Right.
And he cut the live stream. Right.
There you go. He
Burn up your
deletes,
channels
he
and
deletes
shit.
our videos. He cuts the live stream. He pays people like Vocab Malone and Dr. Brown. Well, Dr. Brown is done.
Right.
All right. And I can't wait for it to happen to Vocab, though. He's been quiet lately. He ain't really heard nothing too much from him. But
Okay, I see it.
and I pray too that Vocab's destruction is public. You know.
If I may, I want to just read on here what Elder Benji here brought out.
Go ahead, brother.
It's Job 20 and 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which ye shall down, we shall go down with him in the dust. But what the point I wanted to make was Esau is a fucking, you know, I said, I'm gonna take it to the grave with me. This man, if he be on his deathbed, he'd still be like, now I should have did more to his ass. Until his death. Don't look for no justice from this man, bro. He's gonna take it to
I got a
him.
scripture about how he don't want to acknowledge us even to his death.
Yeah.
It's part of this prophecy right here. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33 does tell you how a host. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
God, they refuse to let them go, but eventually they're gonna end up just like Antiochus. You know, rotten from your booty
Inside
hole.
out.
You know, smelling like it's outside your body, man.
Yeah, the Lord know how to humble you.
Right? He messed him up, gave him disease that even his bodyguards and men couldn't stand to be around.
That's it.
All right.
I don't care what he paying.
Then he wanted to confess, you know, and apologize because he was made to realize that these people are really who they really truly are, the sons of God. And I've been fucking these people over, and now I'm gonna, you know, and he even be try to become an ish. You gotta remember, John Hyrcanus had took all the Edomites and created the ishness. All right, so you have
Forced conversion.
Yeah, right, that forced conversion. So you had all these Edomite pale white people running with hats on, running around talking about they was ish. Okay,
It's all right.
and so you're gonna be made to suffer just like Antiochus, man. And he tried to restore everything, and the Lord, you know, and they took that, and the Lord still smoked his ass.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
It tells you in Hebrews. Somebody can get that, and then get what you got, St. Benji. Somebody grab that Hebrews 12 was it 16 to 14? There's no amount of praying. You can get on your knees till you wear the meat off your knees down to the bone. You can't pray enough.
I got it.
You can't pray, man. There is no. Look, somebody get that quote from the Zondermans. You're the place of future judgment. You're the only nation that's promised no mercy, man.
That's right.
Biblically, and some of them Zondervan scholars are Jewish. They're ishes, and they wrote that about Edom.
Hey, that's why in that movie, in the book of the movie Noah, Tubal came, and they show you how Esau really think. He said, "Damn if I do, damned if I don't. Damned if I don't do just that." So he like, it don't matter what I do, so I'm gonna just be a wicked motherfucker. So Esau don't give a shit.
Like that song. What was that movie that you talked about? You turned me on to the cartoon. As wicked as I want to be. The Lorax.
Lorax, yeah.
Yeah, Edomite was as wicked as I want to be. He's singing this little guitar song.
He said, "I'm just doing what comes naturally," and Esau just naturally wicked. Like the scriptures talk about.
Lorax sound raw as hell.
Esau is made like that. This dude was made this way.
Back in 2 and 4. No, the soul which lifted up is not upright in him. The just shall live by his faith. Esau just got no uprightness in him. It's not possible.
That's right.
A leopard can't change his spots. A zebra can't change his fucking lines.
Right.
Contrary.
Yeah, because you got the Black Panther is a leopard too. He's the same. It's the same animal. He's just all black. And then you got one that's got yellow with black spots. They can't switch and swap. You know, if you're right, and so they're calling it a Black Panther, but in fact it's actually a leopard. It's the same animal.
Right.
Okay, and one's gonna come out black sometime, the other one's gonna come out with the spots, man. You can't change it, man. It is you know.
I
You
claim
are what
being
the
out
Lord
clean.
made you, man. It's as simple as that.
Oh yeah, the scripture tell you he created the wicked for the day of evil. That's the role been given. Lord chose this devil and gave him that role.
Right. And he's just angry because his temporal blessing, all right, is gone.
Yeah.
He's at the end of it. You know, everybody else got the sword too now.
Okay.
Jake can shoot guns and shit just as good as he can now.
That's it.
All right. He's not the only one who's good with the sword anymore. He's not the only one with the sword. Other nations have the sword.
Esau.
Right? Other nations are plotting against him, man,
Even
and making pacts to be together to fight against him.
Yeah,
When they wouldn't do that before.
That's right.
He said, "Art thou become as weak as we?"
Khan. North Korea, China, and India made a pact or something like that.
Right.
That they would defend themselves against United States or Israel or whatever. All right. This shit about to crack, man, and we can't wait. Well, I'm hoping it kick off this summer, man.
Message.
I got a scripture, Romans 9:21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if Yahweh willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Man, they are fitted for destruction, man. So anybody got that Hebrew?
I got it right here.
Bring it out, brother.
This Hebrew.
Come on, after he reads that.
This is Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
So you can give back the land, give back your billions in the bank, give back the mansions and all the properties. You know, and it's still not going to be enough, man. All right, it's too late. What you've done is irreversible. All right, there's a bounty on you, a heavenly bounty, man.
And
it has to be paid. You know, you can't get around. It's just like even Chat GPT. You know, they try to. You know, it's easy to defeat it because you can go to the scriptures. Because they'll try to say Esau's done away with, but then you got scriptures that completely cut that. And then they're forced to admit that, oh yeah, well you're right. That's pretty clever what you said, you know, shit like that.
Wait a minute, how is ChatGPT gonna apologize if you know what? I'm sorry, you're right. But that's brothers have caught up ChatGPT on correcting itself on saying some madness, man.
Mm-hmm. So there's no way around the truth, man. We have the truth, vocab. All right, not you, man. And if you want it right, and you want to hear the truth defended, do not go to Captain Tazariak.
That's right.
You do not go to ISUBK. You do not go to IUIC. You don't listen to Nate Satan. All right. You want to go to the men of the Great Millstone and the brothers who teach the likewise doctrine. That's how you're going to get the unfiltered, uncut, brutal truth, man.
That's right.
And the truth is brutal and uncut. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. All right. It's pleasant to those that it benefits, but if you don't benefit from the truth doesn't benefit everybody, man.
He
It's
tried.
just like the kingdom of heaven will eventually benefit everyone, but its initial installment is not going to benefit everyone. All right, there's a punishment that has to go out to all the nations, which is all of them, because they all live deliciously off of us. All right, and they all have to pay for that, especially Esau Edom.
That's at this day.
Remember that song? It's too late to apologize.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think
Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake did the mix on it. He was the one, the producer of it.
I got a precept for you.
Bring it out, brother.
This Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which means return. So our captivity coming to an end. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of YAHAWASHI, which means Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people, plead means judge, and for my heritage Israel.
That's right.
When they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, parted how? You got the Palestinians, all right, you got Esau, you got hell, you even got some Moabites, you got all these different nations in our fucking land.
Yeah, Hamites too, the Ethiopians.
You got a mosque on one side and a damn synagogue on the other. Y'all ain't the fucking people, man. Ain't gonna be no mosque in our land either, man.
Come on, bro.
And that narrative is being talked about even by the Christians now. See, they're being forced. You know, I did a video a couple of days ago about a lot of Christians are worried about prophecy. And that's when we're gonna prophesy. And so now that you said that, somebody get it, Isaiah 34:8. All right. Matter of fact, you start at verse 1 and read to 8. The point is at 8. We're going to say that for last. You're going to get Isaiah 63.
That's what I want to quote.
All right. You're going to get Isaiah 63, 1 through 5. All right. And somebody hold Ezekiel 36, one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible. The one that all the rabbis and Christians avoid. Because they always want to say that Esau is done away with. No, Esau is sitting in the Holy Land calling himself Ish. All right, and you know, then you got all these people out there screaming, you know, pointing them out, saying, well, he's Eastern European, he's not even Semitic. Well, the truth of the matter is, nobody's fucking Semitic. The man's name was Shem, right? So it's Shemitic. So, you know, Semitic is not in the Bible. Does somebody do a Google search on that? All right, do a Google search on the word Semitic in the King James Bible. You won't find it. It's not going to be written in the Hebrew or in the Greek anywhere. It's not there. They made that shit up and put a definition to it and then adjusted their identity to say that was them. So so it's so many stories now. Edomites talking about the Khazars and the converts, and they're trying to deny actual history that was written down hundreds of years before all the Ishmaelites was.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
a lot of Edomite Christians, now they stop reading the King James Version Bible. They're not reading that version of the Bible. Because they get totally decimated. They get decimated with that?
Well, I'm not shocked.
Yep.
I'm not shocked at all. But if you go and read the Tinsdale and some of the old ones, it's still gonna rip them apart.
Yep.
This is
All right.
Isaiah 34 and 8.
It was a little more than this.
So let them
much
finish
like
and then
that.
we'll bring those out.
Yeah. This Joel 3 and 3. They have cast lots of my people and have given a boy for a harlot. So we had the auction blocks. All right. Also, this scripture is so manifold, giving a boy for a harlot. They literally, when you watch Good Uncle Tom, you saw them painting the boys up so they can.
They put oil. They put oil and glitter on them.
Yep.
You're right. They put pig oil to make them shiny, and they put glitter all on their faces, on their bodies,
Gold
man,
glitter
so
and
they can
silver
pop
glitter,
these
yeah.
little boys and
Yeah.
do weird shit to them.
Yep. And also the ones that sold us, like them Hamites, the Arabs, they gave them what? Wine. They gave them women. All right, just so they can help round us up.
That brother brought out the video, Rapaya, when the Edomites were singing the song about the musket guns and molasses and rum.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's the next one. And
There
sold the
it
girl
is.
for wine. And sold the girl for wine. That's the rum. That they
So
might
what
drink.
was it? So some what they call it when that little channel they got with when they hire all the Instagram models and say that they Israeli soldiers, all the little cute girls.
OnlyFans?
It's just it's on YouTube. It's called Bravco. They always showing you all these. It's a thing to try to recruit fools to join the you know.
Yeah, and they
And
put
they
them in
show all
military
these pretty
female.
ass women, and
In
they all a
military
bunch of
uniform.
models that's been hired, and they showing you like these are Israeli soldier bitches. I'm like,
Yeah, come join us again, raping. Right? I'm like, what?
right. No, Esau is just full of crap, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Damn. But they might drink. Yeah, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? So these are your Hamites and your Arabs. See, the Arabs, look, man, fuck Ishmael. You niggas want to toss a damn kufi on your fucking head. Hey, look, fuck Ishmael. Esau had the slave ports and different routes because of Ishmael.
Yep.
All right, this is shit they was already using.
And he followed Ishmael's lead.
That's
on a lot
right.
of things.
That's right. So
Because and all you guys that's in the nation the fruit of FOI and all that stuff. All right, is that you're same way that you complain about Christianity being the religion of your oppressors.
That's right.
So is Islam.
That's right.
You were first enslaved by you were forced to be a slave at the edge of a sword and a spear, man.
Yeah.
All right. Many of the slaves that came over had either Hebrew names, and many of them had Muslim names. All right.
Yeah.
And the same Muslims that you were following their religion were the same ones that were capturing your ass and selling you off to the Esau Edom, the so-called white man.
Yeah.
They were going right along with them. They weren't selling Muslim Hamites, but they definitely were snatching up you Israelite Muslims, and they were selling your ass.
Moors.
Them Arabs wouldn't even allow you niggas to be Muslims for a long time. And the ones that did, like, they'll take you and they'll put you over their harem,
Right.
and they would chop your dick off.
Make you eunuch, yeah.
They would chop your dick off,
It's in that
man.
movie on Hill.
Yeah, big old swole muscle-bound Jake with no dick, man.
So he can protect his women.
That's right. And they,
Fuck.
and according to the record, Esau, the Arab slavery went 10 times longer than damn near Esau. They kept going and still going to this day.
I mean, they was the ones running slavery during Joseph. Let's not forget.
Yeah, so Israel been slave trading for a long time.
And they still been going on now. You go, they'll tell you right now, over in Nigeria to different parts of Africa, so forth, there's still a slave trade going on as we speak. They have not ever even ceased it. It just went incognito.
Oh, it's in Libya.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why the Most High big up Sarah when she kicked out fucking Ishmael. She said, no, he told Abraham, no, she did a good thing. Because he deceived the promise, man.
This is back in hell. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me,
Swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. All right, so just like the elder had Matthias reading in Hebrews, they can't pay us back. They can't get forgiveness. Just like Antiochus tried, I'll convert, I'll do this, save me. No, it's not gonna work, man. All right, it's not gonna fucking work. You can't repent. It's over with. You fucked up. You too far in.
Ain't no way out of this ass beat.
It's a wrap.
I remember watching this movie from World War II, where these soldiers, I think if Tony Curtis might have been in. It was one of the World War II movies, basically, they caught this Ammonite, all right, and this Ammonite surrendered to them, and he drew a picture of America, and then he drew a picture of California and Hollywood, and so they were like, and they looking at the map, and they're like, you want to go to Hollywood? And he's like, because he was a captured soldier. So he wanted to go to Hollywood. He's like, I want to come to America. I surrender to you. Take me. Right. I want to go. And so they like, you want to go to Hollywood? And he's like, yes. Oh, you want to go to Hollywood? So anyway, they taking him with him because he's helping them through. He knew the way around wherever they were. And now this big swole Tongan came. And the Tongans had issues with the Japanese because what the Japanese were doing to them when they landed on the island. The Tongan wanted him. And the Tongan had a boat, and Americans needed the boat. So they gave up the Ammonite for the boat, and you heard the Ammonite you didn't see it, but you heard him getting chopped to pieces. Because this big swole Tongan dude had a machete.
Wow.
So he was like, you want my boat? I want him. And one guy was like, no, we're not giving him up. He's like, man, we need that boat. And they were like, sorry, dude. You're not,
You don't see Hollywood.
What? How do they come me down? No, that's Korean. Konnichiwa, right? The Japanese dude, he got given up to and the Tongan dude, the big old swole Jaffa, hacked his ass to pieces. And you heard him screaming and getting hacked to pieces as they got on his boat. And the one dude he didn't want to look back. He just put his head down because he felt bad. But the other dude was like, "Hey, I feel bad too, man. But we needed this boat, bro."
I was going to slavery in the Arab world. It says yes. While slavery in the Arab world is illegal, meaning it still exists.
Just quick point too. That word Arab means mingle.
Yes.
So if you may think what we had to do with it, it's some the Midianites, the Ishmaelites, maybe even some Elamites in there too. Yeah, that's mixed. So I'll fuck all of y'all.
So that's talking about basically Arab is talking about Elam and Ishmael.
That's right.
Yep.
Because they intermixed.
They're mixed.
All right, they mingle together. So so that's what Arab means. You either Elamite or you're Ishmaelite.
Or Midian.
All right.
Midian, yep.
It says yes while
And
slavery.
the Midian was either I forget which, but nevertheless it goes back to Elam and Ishmael, correct?
No, that's
Who-
another seed of
Midian-
Abraham. That's another seed of Abraham.
Khan. Okay, Khan. I stand corrected.
It says yes while slavery in the Arab world is illegal, modern forms of slavery, particularly labor trafficking and forced marriages, persist, especially among migrant workers. The Global Slavery Index indicates a high prevalence of modern slavery in the region, with some countries like Saudi Arabia having a high number of individuals in modern slavery.
I mean, early, America's sex trafficking is still big. This is a black market, low key though. That's why I say Revelation 18 chapter.
Brother Spirit, I had that.
How many movies did they make? These Edomites, that's what they do, man. They ain't never stopped.
Ask yourself, how do they have the data on the
Particular set
amount?
of skills.
Esau got the numbers.
I will find you. The Lord gonna find your red ass, man.
Ask yourself, how does Esau have the data on the amount of women or the amount of children that's traded? Like, they tell you this amount of women and children is dealing with sex trafficking. How do you know this?
Exactly.
You say, girl, you report everything.
Yeah,
even
right.
your crimes.
Well, how do you know that?
The Edomite girls,
That little
they
boy.
say was dead. I believe some of them was they not dead. They was taken overseas.
Of course.
Well, same thing with all these women that come up missing. Women too. All right, you're right. You always got little brown girls, you know, Iskarites, Ephraimites, the Judites,
Yep.
that are coming up missing, man.
And
Young
them
tender
fathers.
things, and what exactly?
Yep.
And it, just like the movie Taken,
Yep.
and there's some rich ass sheiks in over there,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You walk
she,
in Walmart,
and
it's
she
a
got
Walmart.
and she got to get delivered, you know, to a damn yacht.
Hey, this says estimates suggest the number of children trafficked each year is close to 3 million in 2024, with a 25% increase in detection reported.
Yeah.
How do you get all this information on this?
Exactly.
Right,
And,
right.
and then
25%
then
increase.
they've been doing that shit, and they go to one of
That's
the number one
crazy.
places where all the creeps go. They go to fucking Thailand.
Hey.
All right.
Definitely.
You know, and Thai women are some of the most beautiful and sexiest women on the planet. And they go over there and they get them young. And them girls are trafficking. And sometimes by their own wicked ass people.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the money, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
And,
scripture.
and Moab do the same shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, so this shit has never stopped, man.
Yeah, that was out there when I was at the airport. They used to do reoccurring trainings on that. They used to do reoccurring training on that human trafficking and whatnot. So look for signs and this, that, and the other. If you like they had things where like the gate agents and whatnot was told to, you know, if there's a suspicion, how to separate the people and all this other kind of shit.
God,
blah,
I
blah,
just
blah, blah.
watched that movie with Jason Statham, like his latest movie. I think it's Man of Wrath or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
He got so many. But the when they snatch up and Michael Pena, I like Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like-
He's in the movie and they snatch his daughter.
Yep.
All right, and he goes and gets his daughter back, man.
Wow.
I had
All right,
It's like-
so this shit is, you know, this shit is, and who is it? It's a bunch of Russians and Edomites,
Exactly,
man.
exactly.
Eastern
Hey.
Europeans, man. It's always them, man.
It's just like Squid Games. You have the fucking Moab. They grabbing their own people, putting them in that game, having them killed, and it's rich Edomites.
And they
Rich,
behind
and
it.
they behind it.
Yeah,
They
it's
pay
the
for
rich-
them to
it's
die.
the rich Edomites.
They're the ones who
behind the whole
paying
thing.
all that. Yep.
I
The
got a
dark
precept
web.
real quick.
Come on, bro.
It's Ezekiel 28:5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic
Yep.
hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy
The
riches.
Bible telling on you, man, you're trafficking. Okay?
Yeah.
But let's get those last couple scriptures and get ready to wrap. What was it? Ezekiel 34, Isaiah 63, and then what was the other one? Oh,
Isaiah 36.
36, yeah. All right. Ezekiel 36, Bible Kashah. So let's get that one first, man.
Ezekiel
All right?
36.
You want to start at
You can start at 1 and read through 5. The point is in 2 and 5, man.
God.
All right?
This is
And then we're going to read that last, what you holding on to, brother.
This is Ezekiel 36:1. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Yasharallah, and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy has said against you, Aha!
And we all know who that is. Aha! Aha! With the little hat on and the big ass sausage.
fucking nose.
All right, go ahead, brother.
It says, Aha! Even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Yep, so they,
Right.
We're
go
good.
ahead.
It says, Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side.
We've been swallowed up and made desolate, man. Scattered. All right, our heritage denied. Read.
It says that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
And we're possession in every way. And one of the main things is that they got us in that banking system where they can tax us. All right. They even weaponize sex, man. You have seed, then they'll separate you from your seed and then make you pay them for it. All right, go for it.
It says, And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh power. Thus saith Yahweh power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys,
That's all the nations, the big nations and small nations, where they took us and did these things to us. Read.
to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which become a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea.
Well, he pointed them out by name.
Specifically.
All right.
It says, which have appointed my land unto their possession.
The Edomites have appointed the holy land unto themselves, and they're still here. and GPT was forced to admit that they are. Read.
It says, and have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart.
This internet is the biggest enemy of the Edomite, of the so-called white man.
They have to
Did
shut
somebody
Brock
say
down.
that?
It is.
Hillary said it.
No, but it is their biggest, it is their number one enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because the truth, the information, and the books that they try to omit from education is all here.
Yeah.
Read.
They had to shut Grok down, Grok the AI for Twitter,
Yep.
because Grok was like, basically, in so many words, the Austrian painter, the guy with the small mustache, he was doing the right thing.
Oh yeah.
And they had to shut Grok down. And Grok is AI, for Twitter. So it just goes to show that the truth is coming out on you devils, man, in so many different forms and fashions, man. It says, and have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen.
That's good right there, brother. So basically, in layman terms, for those of you who are listening, the Lord has identified that the Edomites have appointed the land of Israel into their possession at the end of days. All right? And who's in Israel right now? It's not Jacob. It's not the Israelites. It is the nation of Edom. All right? So, and so that's what the controversy is about. This whole who is really, that's why it's a talk on the internet. There's always a question of who the Israelites are.
Right.
All right? Get what you got.
ChatGPT, does Edom still have the land of Israel today? Yes.
Oh,
damn.
put that in the, yeah. See this, like I said, this internet is the biggest enemy to this. It's not the black people, the young black people in America. It's your own technology, because what your technology is telling you what we've been saying since 2007.
Well,
Right? Our apostles and elders way before us. But since 2007, this information has been coming out on the World Wide Web, and it turns out that what we've been saying was right the whole time.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yes, Edom still has control over the land.
Benjamin Netan, not a Jew. He is Benjamin Milkowski, B.B. Milkowski, is an Edomite.
That's an Edomite.
He's an Edomite.
Hold it.
Read it again.
Okay. Does Edom still have the land of Israel today? Yes, Edom still has control over the land.
And so that is a cut to all seminary schools. That is a cut to all churches. Christianity lies. Christianity has lied. Right? Edom is still in the land of Israel, calling themselves Jews today. Read.
Oh, that was right.
Okay, come.
Yeah.
All right, now give me that. No.
34.
Isaiah 34:8.
I had it, give me a sec. Slack it.
This is
Isaiah 34 and
5, and then read.
I had
Look at that.
That's it.
I made a move to help you out. Isaiah 34 and 8. I got it right now, right. Isaiah 34 and 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
So there's a controversy of Zion. That controversy is who the Israelites are. And they'll say, well, color doesn't matter, and all this other. They come up, they all, and then they'll, so then, yeah, okay, the Lord was dark, yeah, but color doesn't matter. Well, then why did you agree to the lie that was produced? Why was it okay for the fraudulent, pale version of the Lord to be propagated to the whole world for centuries?
Right.
All right?
Can I read in NLT?
Go ahead, brother.
For this
If it didn't matter.
Why did it's okay when
Even though you go to Poland, you go to Romania, you go to Czechoslovakia, and you go to all these Eastern European countries, and you walk into their churches, there's nothing but so-called black Madonnas, the Russian icons, in the church. But color doesn't matter, though.
Yep.
Right? Because I heard a Polish lady say she never seen a white Jesus until she came to America.
Damn.
All right? Because she always saw dark ones. But go ahead.
This is Isaiah 34 to 8 in the NLT. For it is the day of the Lord's revenge, the year when Edom will be paid for all it did to Israel. And I like it because it just really played very simple.
It makes it very,
Make
very
it
clear.
plain.
And ChatGPT just told you that Edom is still in the possession. All right, then they're called Ish. They're converts. That's why the suffix Ish is behind there. Is Ish. Okay. Now for the some more. Go ahead, brother.
The streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch, and the ground will be covered with fire. This judgment on Edom will never end. The smoke of its burning will rise forever. The land will lie deserted from generation to generation. No one will live there anymore. It just lets you know of the final determination of the Heavenly Father on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, for what is done against the Israelites in the eyes of the Lord. Because
Who's coming with the judgment?
the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI.
And then it says at the end, right?
Yes, sir.
If I may, real quick, the second Esdras chapter 6, verse 7.
He's good.
It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So Esdras is asking, when is the end of this first heaven and this first earth? Because according to Isaiah 65 and 17, the prophecy says that, hey, behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, which is the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
It says the former shall not be remembered nor come to mind. The former is right now the current, right? We're in what is ultimately going to end by way of our Lord and Savior coming with the judgment. So going back to this second Esdras 6 and 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world.
Ooh.
And yes, for Esau is the end of the world. So when our Lord and Savior comes in the end of this world, Esau would be ruling the world. And they would be in our land, the land of Israel, right? Our land, the Israelites' land, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those who stem from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So it says for 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? So Esau would be ruling in the land in the end of the world, just like the ChatGPT was on point with that. Yep.
I wanted to know if I could bring this quick one up.
Go. When you talk.
This Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their father, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with city. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and the son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh.
No male seed left, man.
That's it.
So since you're 14, go ahead and do for 1 and 2. And then
Isaiah 63.
God.
Yeah. They're being rooted out, man. They're gonna be rooted out. All of, you know,
just
Esau
like
evil.
now, man. I watched a video before I came here to talk about how Edomite women love black men, and that they choose black men over all the other nations collectively. That's what Edomite women are doing, and you know the condition of a nation by the way its women are, and it just so happens that the people who hate us the most, they're women collectively, and this is many of white women, and it was just woman after woman after woman after woman, all right. That the men that they desire the most of all the men of the earth are so-called black men.
That's right.
And one of them, she said, I don't care if you got money, if you whatever, as long as you black. You know? That, you know? Because clearly she got her own money. She just want, you know.
That black
rod. And she said, I just love the contrast.
Yeah, I saw that.
She said, I just love the contrast. It's just, you know, it's exciting to me. It's different. That's what I want. That's what I like. That's what I desire. And I'm tired, you know, and I'm tired of being shamed when I speak on it. And I'm just so glad that so many other women like me have, you know, are like this too. And I'm like that. And that's basically what's happening. And that's how you know that the Lord is changing everything.
God,
right?
God.
Deuteronomy
All
30,
right,
verse 7.
this Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, which is our people, the Israelites, that's the 1/3. And they should cleave into the house of Jacob. And the people should take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, for servants and handmaids. And they should take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And we're going to rule over these Edomites, man. And hey, it's time for them to go down. Shit.
That sound like payback to me.
With a rod of iron.
Yeah, with a rod around.
God, man. So the Lord, so basically, the people who oppressed us and put us in slavery are now going to go into slavery. That's what Revelation 13, 9 and 10 is talking about. It says, you're right, we were patiently waiting to put those in chains, all right, and put them to the sword, who put us in chains and put us to the sword, roughly paraphrased.
Basic milk.
Get that to Isaiah 63 and we're going to wrap it.
This is Isaiah 63.
Oh, yeah, then we got to read that from that book.
Isaiah 63:1. Who is that? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bosra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. This is talking about the so-called UFOs and the chariots and the UAPs that the Lord is going to be traveling with.
Damn, Basel was a chief city in
Edom.
So now Basel represents America.
Yeah, or any place where there's a strong Edomite
A
stronghold.
concentration. Yep.
All right, but go ahead.
I to speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered if there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me.
So there it is. So, and why is the Lord doing this? For the controversy of Zion. YAHAWASHI is tired of these people claiming his heritage, claiming to be us. He's tired of it too, man. And he's going to put an end to it very violently and painfully, man.
Thank you.
Blood, death, and pain on the Edomites going to get put down, man.
That's right.
And it cannot happen fast enough.
That's right.
Let's read what the Edomite scholars had to say about the nation of
Yeah,
Edom,
show the book.
which ChatGPT said are still in Israel today.
Show the book. Show
Read.
the book.
That chat BBT, boy.
Edom. So it says Edom, then it gives you Genesis 36 and 1 and verse 8. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34 and 5, Isaiah 6, Isaiah 63. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
There it is, man. There's no mercy coming to you. All right, and it cannot happen fast enough, DJ Trump. Right. So with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi Ba'Hashem B'Kakodash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.